Good morning. My name is Zena Tucker. My pronouns are she and her, and I am your pulpit host today. On behalf of this congregation, welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Huntsville. We acknowledge that we are on the traditional territory of Native tribes. Whether you have joined us online or here in our sanctuary, we are glad to have you with us in this chosen time, sacred time we choose to be together. Our congregation is served by our minister, the Reverend Jamie Simon, who is available for pastoral care and to answer questions about Unitarian Universalism. She may be reached at uuch.org. Today we have a special guest speaker. Rev Ruth is back with us. Rev Ruth grew up in Birmingham, Alabama in the 60s and 70s with a politically active and multi-faith upbringing. She was ordained in the United Methodist Church and served 11 years in parish ministry before going on leave to care full-time for her children. She began attending the Unitarian Universalist Church of Birmingham in 2005. After pursuing a UUA credentialing process, she received full fellowship as a UU minister in 2022. Following parish ministry at several UU churches in Alabama and Florida, including a sabbatical here at UUCH in 2025, Rev. Ruth is now retired and attending her home church in Birmingham, supporting those ministries as an enthusiastic volunteer. If you are a newcomer, please sign our guest book in the foyer to receive our weekly email newsletter. Please take a moment to silence your electronic devices. But don't silence yourself or the people around you. The joyful and not so joyful noises of children and adults are always welcome here. If you have a joy, sorrow, or important milestone that you would like shared during the circle of candles and included in the pastoral prayer, please write it on one of the white cards found in the hymnal rack in front of you and place it in the offering basket. And now for announcements. We were to have a special music today, but the person giving the special music has a cold, Andrea. We hope you feel better soon. Also, I wanted to quick announce, Fellowship Committee's got a movie and dinner tonight. See Cam. I think she's back in the greeting today if you're interested in attending. After our service, everyone is welcome in the fellowship hall for coffee and snacks. Now I would like to invite Susan Jackson to ring the singing bowl to help us enter into the service more deeply. Finally, having gathered in a quest for truth, meaning, and purpose, let us light our chalice with these words by Craig Rowland. In an age where words are easy to generate and harder to mean, we pause to light this flame, not to perfect our message, but to offer something true. We light this chalice for the quiet courage it takes to speak plainly of what moves us. For the voices inside us that say, I have measured out my life in coffee spoons, but you have shown up all the same, hopeful, haunted, human. For every trembling invitation, every imperfect email that carries a piece of someone's heart, we give thanks. May this light remind us connection begins not with the flawless gesture, but the honest one. And even the smallest act of bravery can be the start of a shared path. Now, to help center yourself and quiet your mind, we have music for centering.
Good morning. I am the now retired Rev. Ruth, and I'm so glad to be back with you today. What a treat for me to see so many wonderful folk again, and maybe at the coffee hour to meet a few new people. My pronouns are she, her. Welcome again to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Huntsville. Especially if you're new today, we're so glad you found your way here. This is a great bunch you've found. I invite you to give ear to these words, calling us into the sacred space, by William Schultz. Come into this place of peace, and let its silence heal your spirit. Come into this place of memory, and let its history warm your soul. Come into this place of prophecy and power, and let its vision change your heart. Our opening hymn can be found in the hardback gray hymnal. Number 112, Do You Hear? We're going to sing all verses. As you are able, I invite you to stand.
Do you hear, oh my friend, in the place where you stand, through the sky, through the land? Do you hear, in the heights on the plain, in the vale on the main, in the sun, in the rain? Do you hear, through the roar, through the rush, through the throng, through the crush? Do you hear in the hush of your soul, of your soul? Hear the cry, fear will still, hear the heart's call to will, hear a sigh starting trill in your soul, in your soul. From the place where you stand to the uttermost strand, do you hear, oh my friend? Do you hear, all the dreams, all the dares, all the sighs, all the prayers? They are yours, mine and theirs. Do you hear,
After our first hymn, it is our tradition to sing our doxology, found in the laminated blue cards in the hymnal rack in front of you. After the doxology, we turn toward each other, toward the center aisle, and speak aloud our words of aspiration, also found on the blue card. Let's sing our doxology. May love be the spirit of this church. May the quest for truth be its sacrament, and service be its prayer, to dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, and to help one another in fellowship. This is our aspiration. Now we invite anyone who is young or young at heart to join us at the front of the sanctuary for our story for all ages, today given by Jess Zelaya, our Director of Religious Education.
Good morning. Today I'm going to read a beautiful little book called Our Little Kitchen. It was written by Julian Tamaki, and I just love this book. It is wonderful. Our Little Kitchen. Hi. Hello. Every Wednesday, we come together in this little kitchen. Hello! Our little kitchen, a tiny, small space, just big enough, so squeeze in and make space. Tie on your apron and roll up your sleeves. Pans are out, oven is hot, the kitchen is all ready. Where do we start? Well, let's look around and see what we've got, what we've grown, what we've kept, what we've been given, and what we've bought. All we need is around us. We just need to look. See how our little garden has grown? Remember how we push seeds into soil one by one? Tomatoes are ripe. I'll pick a few. The lettuce is holy. The bugs ate through. Those carrots, though, they're still very small. Look at those zooks. We'll use them up too. I found some carrots, just a week or two old. Half of a celery, 10 radishes. Oh. Don't know what this is, but it's gotta go. The bakery brought us some day-old loaves, a minute in the oven, maybe 2, soft and warm, good as new. 3 bags of apples, some of them bruised. Cut off the brown bits, they're still good to use. A few sticks of butter, cinnamon, sugar, oats from the cupboard, a sweet apple crumble. Beans from the food bank, 3rd week in a row, but it's what we got. Let's use them up somehow. Bean salad, bean soup, bean tacos, bean stew. I'm out of bean ideas. What about you? Glug, glug, glug. The kitchen's really cooking now. Listen to all the delicious music we make. Sizzle, chop, 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 spit, sprinkle, pick. Slice, peel, beep, splash, trim, toss, squish, splash. 15 minutes. Here come the early birds. Grab your favorite seat. How's life treating you? How was your week? Good to see you. A new haircut. How's the weather? It's all right. Knife, fork, spoon. Now roll them up tight. 10 more minutes. And still so much to do. Behind you, watch out, salad coming through. It looks like we're having chili again. Those who don't cook don't get to complain. Well, it's not perfect, but it's the best I could do. 2 minutes left. Let's wrap it up, crew. Already can't be. Where's the salt? Where's the cheese? Give me 1 more minute. Just give me 1 more sec, please. No, 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 no. Our neighbors are waiting. I mean it. Let's go. I see they're carrying out the food. The best sound in the world is slurp. Is your body warm? Is your belly full? Our little kitchen can't give us all we need. Would you like seconds? Delicious as always, a kiss on the cheek. Have a nice evening. I'll see you next week. Okay, time to clean up. And that's the end. What did you notice about some of the people in this book? Yes, Saoirse. They're all grateful for the food they make? Anything else? Yeah, Gwen. They like the food. I noticed that all the people were very different in this book. They all looked different, and they had different abilities, but they all came together to help each other. How are the people in this book caring for others in their community? What were they doing? Yeah, Reese? They were giving their time and effort to make things for others. Yeah, to cook a meal for everyone. And what are some ways that we can help our community? Can you think of some ways? Yeah, Lorelai. We can donate to the little food pantry. That's a really good thing to do. Anyone else? We could volunteer at a soup kitchen or at a kitchen, community kitchen like in this book, like they do. Yeah. We could volunteer for places like Shower Up. They've come and spoke to us before. Okay, let us now sing our children out.
We are the Unitarian Universalist Church of Huntsville, a proudly inclusive spiritual community. Together, we build a broader search for meaning, a bolder form of compassion, and a braver voice for justice. At this time, we invite you to support our mission with a monetary contribution. You may donate online using the QR code on your order of service, or you may put cash or check donations in the offering baskets. Completed Circle of Candles cards should also be placed in the offering baskets. You are invited to come forward during this time and quietly drop a stone into the bowl of water here next to the ramp in honor or memory of what you hold in your heart. With gratitude, we now receive the offering.
we've received a card of celebration. Kim Estelle celebrates her daughter Lydia's 33rd birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday. And it is the tradition of this congregation each month to light a candle of joy to honor a fellow Unitarian Universalist church in our southern region. And today we joyfully light a candle for our friends at the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Mobile in Mobile, Alabama. We send them our positive thoughts and good wishes, and what I like to call broad spectrum UU prayers, and are grateful for their presence in our wider UU community of faith, hope, friendship, and love. We cannot help but be painfully aware of the many challenges facing our neighbors across the globe, from violence and oppression to flood and fire to political upheaval and the challenges of poverty and loss. Let us take all of these things into our hearts and our minds and our spirits, and let us hold them there as ever so precious while we have some silence together, and then I'll close this with a few words. The problems of our world are enormous, and we sometimes feel very small. Let us take comfort and encouragement and strength from one another, and to find our place where we can make a difference. Amen, and blessed be. Our responsive music, which is very familiar to many, but it's 1009 in the Teal hymnal, Meditation on Breathing.
When I breathe in, I breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I breathe out love. When I breathe in, I breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I breathe out love. When I breathe in, I breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I breathe out love. Though days be dark with storms and burdens weigh my heart,
that the chambered nautilus swims backwards? I discovered on public television that this cephalopod in its floating submarine of a shell operates with a kind of backward imperative. In order to locomote, it must squirt water through its body and out of its siphon, effectively propelling it backwards through the water. Now, it can adjust its water jet to move in other directions, but it is often seen bobbing along backwards, inefficiently bumping into things. Its vision is extremely poor and its locomotion is awkward. Can you imagine having to walk around backwards or drive in reverse all the time? You may know someone who does this. Most animals have a forward imperative, meaning that they are hardwired from the beginning to follow their eyes and other senses to move, well, forward. We human animals do this as well. As vision develops, babies first look, then reach, then squirm and roll and scoot, push, pull, crawl, creep, walk, and finally run forward. Most of the time, all they need is a little encouragement, and they are, oh, right, parents, they are unstoppable. I learned about the forward imperative when Bill and I took our younger child, Angus, in his infancy to a specialized rehab facility. Because Angus was severely brain injured at birth, a lot of his hard wiring was damaged. These creative people worked with us to help repair and rewire Angus's brain, and they showed us ways to restore the drive of the forward imperative. Under their direction, my husband built an 8-foot slide of smooth, slick masonite board with a bumper on each side and set it up in our living room. The idea was to teach Angus that he is made to move forward. As a baby, left on the floor, he would squeal and squirm, but he couldn't move his body in any direction. We feared he might get stuck, floundering, and getting nowhere. So he turned gravity from an enemy into a friend by lifting one end of the slide and placing him on his belly head first, cheering him down that slide over and over again 20, 30, 40 times a day. Oh, he enjoyed the momentum of sliding down. And with time, repetition, and encouragement, he learned that by moving his arms and legs, he could keep moving forward even on the level floor. He had discovered his forward imperative, and he's been crawling around the house ever since. I think human beings have a social or collective sense of the forward imperative, but we don't always follow it or even agree about it. In our love of homeostasis, which means everything in balance, we have a tendency to want to keep still and keep things the same. However, keeping still doesn't really keep us in balance, does it? Keeping still too long leads to stagnation, boredom, restlessness, frustration, and even conflict. The sense of wanting or needing to move forward pushes us to resist sitting still too long. It doesn't always come to everyone at the same time or in the same way, and this is why we don't always move together smoothly. We need leaders to challenge and guide us forward, giving us both inspiration and instruction, and sometimes a little kick in the pants to coordinate our collective forward imperative. We need to find ways to lift up the end of the slide and find our forward momentum again. Actually, the force that got me moving forward into church leadership was sex. Oh, good, everyone's awake again. I'm afraid it's true. When all the peripheral issues were set aside, it was the drive of sex hormones that led me to leadership in my local church and ultimately into the ministry. His name was Chris. And he had big brown eyes, wavy chestnut hair, and a gentle smile. He was so cute and sweet, and I was 15, and, well, he could have talked me into just about anything. But mostly what he wanted to talk about was God and Jesus and church. So we went to church a lot. And it was quite an experience for this cradle Methodist attending a Catholic high school to go to his Pentecostal church. It was so lively, so energetic. I was fascinated. But Chris and I didn't last. He started paying too much attention to this skinny little tart of a ballet dancer, and that was that. So, brokenhearted, but undaunted, I returned to my Methodist church and I joined the youth group. I took all that stirred up excitement and fascination to district events and youth retreats. I met a woman minister for the first time, and I began to think that maybe God was calling me to be a minister. I had found my forward imperative. When sorrow heals my soul and burdens make me strong. Now think about how this faith community has transformed you. Remember your life before you started attending? How did you find your way here? What were you looking for? Why did you keep coming back? What has changed in your life for the better since you became part of this group? What might your life be like if you'd never found it? Let's begin lifting one end of that metaphorical slide of momentum and ask ourselves some questions. What makes this church different from other groups and organizations? Think of your recreational groups, intellectual gatherings, volunteer organizations. They're all good and worthy, requiring much of us and giving us various benefits. But ask yourself, is my church the same as these other groups? How would it affect your life to lose the birdwatching club or the historical society or the community chorus? Now imagine what your life would be like if the Unitarian Universalist Church of Huntsville ceased to exist. What would you miss? Where would you search for another faith community? Remember in that old Christmas TV show, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, about the island of misfit toys? Sometimes I feel like Unitarian Universalist congregations are islands of misfit seekers, finding camaraderie in our varied spiritual particularities. Most of you have tried other places, and when you found this church, you quit looking. You are at home here in both spiritual and philosophical senses. This is the one Unitarian Universalist congregation in North Alabama, a place where the Christian, Buddhist, and atheist sing together with the Jew, the humanist, and the pagan. Having found such a faith community, I imagine many of you would say with certainty that you never want to give it up. Is this a perfect community? Have you all reached nirvana? Achieved your potential, become fully human, discovered perfect oneness with the divine? Well, obviously not. Do you struggle and disagree sometimes? Yes. Do you question each other often? Are there too many cooks in your kitchen? Frequently. Sure, occasionally you get on each other's nerves. And if any of you have not felt annoyed yet, be patient, someone will get to you. When troubles wait at every turn, I know I can go on. Sometimes we forget where we have been and how we have changed. We get caught up in busyness and clutter, in distraction and exhaustion. Sometimes in any faith community, the folk may hit a crisis or a disagreement, and sometimes the congregation can get stuck in a rut. These things may sap our energy and enthusiasm for our church, making it seem like just another obligation. This community might begin to look like a place where only demands are placed on us, and we might feel tired and resentful. We lose our forward imperative, and we get stuck floundering, getting nowhere. I know most of you experienced some kind of positive change in your lives when you joined this congregation. Last year, when I served as your sabbatical minister, I heard some of your stories about healing from spiritual abuse, finding intellectual and religious freedom, and discovering acceptance in your absence of traditional faith. What I want to impress upon you today is that you are not only the recipients of this amazing change, you are also sources. While you do not all believe in some kind of higher power, that may also be at work here. It is enough that you see your individual and collective roles in this process. Seeing, reaching, following, moving together, this is your forward imperative. And though the journey is long, the destination is near. You are, together, the substance of this remarkable community, journeying together toward a better world. You are in various ways participating in the life and work of this church. You are the agents of change, my friends. In a mystical and marvelous manner, despite your flaws and failings, your struggles and stresses, you are this congregation, which transforms people's lives for the better. Those who came before you created this community which transformed each of you, and now you continue to transform each other and to offer opportunities for positive transformation to everyone who walks through that door. There is nothing else like this in our lives. Wow. Here, you have the chance to help each other become better persons and to work together to build a better world. The forward imperative moves us ahead. And before the cynics out there start to criticize how you're not doing enough, how you keep making mistakes, that you fight against the forward imperative and sometimes you lose your momentum, let's remember that you are not done yet. Drops of water carve canyons, and gentle winds wear down mountains. Of course you can do more. Of course you can do better. The forward imperative is pulling you. And I know you can go on. Now, I know you don't always show up here feeling energized and eager to do amazing things. Hey, we all bring stuff with us, work challenges, health problems, money worries, family struggles. I get that. Me too. I'm sure there are folks sitting here this morning thinking, Please don't ask anything of me today. It was all I could do to get up this morning and do what was required just to arrive at this pew and sit down. I am too tired, too sick, too depressed, too overwhelmed, too angry, too sad, too weak to do anything today. And friends, if that's where you are this morning, that's okay. For now, just be. You are loved. You are safe. You are among friends and fellow pilgrims on this journey. We're so glad you just made it here to be with us. Folks, I watch the news. We are living in some crazy, dangerous, frightening times. And we cannot walk in here on Sunday and pretend the world around us isn't broken. Sometimes I wake up feeling good, and by the time I've had my coffee, I have remembered the cloud hanging over my head, not of my own making, and over which I feel little to no control. Here is my truth from my own experience throughout my crazy life. Helping others in their struggles makes mine less overwhelming. When the church calls me to engage and participate, I remember that I have the heart, the mind, the strength, and the courage to do something to make a positive difference. And this is both comforting and empowering for me. It was a privilege, an honor, for me to serve briefly last year among such distinguished, creative, kind, inspiring folk as yourselves. What more exciting place could there be to be a Unitarian Universalist than right here in Alabama? Don't you dare get stuck, feeling tired or discouraged or defeated. This is your time to make a difference. The need has never been greater. This is the perfect place for a liberal interfaith religious community. You are well situated to infiltrate the surrounding community and share your message of what? Well, what is our UU good news? How about your faith doesn't have to strangle you? It's okay to question God, even God's existence, without fear of retribution. People of differing beliefs can work together to relieve suffering and establish justice. Consensual love comes in many forms, and it's all good, all sacred. Every person falls short of their potential, and every day is a new chance to become more fully and wonderfully human. What better place than here? What better time than now to spread such revolutionary concepts? Here is your forward imperative, my friends. The undeniable urge, the unstoppable force within, moving you collectively forward to become more of your truest selves, to live more out of your passion for justice, to find more of your bliss. You just need to tilt that slide up a bit and encourage each other, and you shall continue to be transformed into better human beings who are better able to build a better world. When hope awaits at every turn, I know we can go on. Amen, and blessed be. Now it's your turn. If you would take your soft-cover teal hymnals and turn to 1015. I've taught it to you. Now you can sing it. We're going to make a slight change to a little of the lyrics. Where you see sister, we're going to sing siblings. Where you see brother, we're going to sing neighbor. So we're a little more inclusive. As you are able, I invite you to stand. We're going to sing all the verses.
Let us now take a moment to extinguish our chalice with these words adapted from Craig Rowland. As we extinguish this flame, let us carry its glow into the choices ahead. Happiness grows not from comfort, but from connection, from feeling valued to ourselves and others, from enlarging our sympathies, from embracing a life of affection and purpose. We go forward not alone, but as companions in covenant, tending to the common good with hope, with humor, and with heart.
Hear these closing words by Laurel and Bellamy. If here you have found freedom, take it with you into the world. If you have found comfort, go and share it with others. If you have dreamed dreams, help one another that they may come true. If you have known love, give some back. to a bruised and hurting world. Take your forward imperative and go in peace. Friends, the worship service now comes to a close. Please join us for coffee and snacks in the fellowship hall. For those on our live stream, thank you for being with us this morning. Amen and blessed be.